Hey guys, and welcome back to Z3 Cubing. Today I'm going to assemble this 9x9 Rubik's Cube while blindfolded. So I've done all sorts of crazy challenges in the past, like assembling an entire 6x6 or Gigaminx all while blindfolded. You guys seem to enjoy this quite a bit, so today I'm going to be stepping it up a few notches and taking apart this 9x9 Rubik's Cube and then assembling it all while blindfolded. Now this cube has nearly 400 pieces, which I believe is almost twice as many as the Gigaminx, the second biggest cube I've ever assembled. There's also way more different types of pieces, which is just going to make it really difficult for me just figuring out the piece that I need to put in the cube. So it's going to be a really fun challenge and it'll probably take a really long time. Now the first step, of course, is the disassembly. Now it turns out that even just taking apart a cube this big can be incredibly time consuming, so... Oh. Well, that was easy. I guess we're ready to get started then. Okay, so I'll get my blindfold on, and then I have an epic anti-cheating mechanism that I can just put on my face, attach it just like this, and then we're ready to get started. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright, so I guess the first step is to find the core. Here it is. Alright, now basically what's involved with assembling this puzzle, or pretty much any big cube, is making these sections of like an edge with a bunch of pieces next to them, and then you assemble another one kind of adjacent, perpendicular to it, and then you kind of fill in all the pieces in between. And you basically repeat that a bunch of times until the cube is assembled. Alright, so I finally finished this first little corner section, and this is taking forever. I think it might be a better approach if I kind of like sort out all the pieces first, so kind of make a pile of one type of piece, another type of piece, and then kind of go from there. So I think I'm going to try that. Alright, so I'm just finishing up my second little section here, just putting in these last couple of pieces, and there we go. Now that I've sorted out all the pieces, it's definitely a lot faster to get these sections done, so I think the rest of the cube should go fairly smoothly. And here we go, down to just the last space. Everything else is assembled. And man, I've been at this for hours. This is taking a lot longer than I first would have expected, but I guess that's what comes with assembling a cube this big without looking at it. And here we go, time for the last piece, if I can find it. I know it's got to be somewhere around here on this table. I feel all the center caps. Oh, here it is. So it goes in this hole right about there. Probably wasn't the most logical order to finish up the cube, but I think I'll be able to get at least this last piece in. Snap. There we go. There are some center caps. I guess technically I do have to put those on to have the cube fully assembled. And there we go. So we can take the anti-cheat mechanism as well as the blindfold off. And we now have our 9x9 fully assembled. Did that all without looking at it. That was crazy. That took a lot longer than I expected it to take. That was many hours. I expected it to only take like 2, 3. It's probably a little bit more than that though. But yeah, I hope I never have to touch the inside of this cube's mechanism ever again. Actually, I guess I will have to when I inevitably have to pull out the pieces and twist the corners around and flip the edges to be able to solve it. But other than that, at least I'll be able to see the pieces. That'll be much nicer. Anyway, now that the sun is ruining my shot, I guess it's time to go. So I'll see you guys next time.